In prisons and jails, a man who spills his seed towards another man is not gay. The man who plays the role of the woman is gay. So when they're released, they go back to having sex with women without thinking they're homosexuals, which is where AIDS most often escapes being a male-hosted homosexual disease. The point as to how it relates to abortion is that masturbation is still not strongly advocated as a birth control or sexually transmitted disease prevention method. It's also not taught or discussed pretty much anywhere in society that it's not natural to be in a constant state of heat, that a male who is constantly on the prowl for sex is not demonstrating his prowess, but rather making a fool of himself in the eyes of Mother Nature. A man who is a strong representation of how nature intended him to be, controls his urges rather than lets them control him, knowing that he was designed to deal with the survival of the human race through his offspring, knowing it was his responsibility to provide a safe and nurturing environment for that to happen in. Dealing with these kinds of issues isn't complicated. All you have to do is look at the issues for what they are and work from there. But then to do so, the problem would solve itself, so government would be left with nothing to distract us from reality with. Then someone like me who wants to set the record straight has to figure out how to raise these sensitive topics in such a way that it will resonate with average Americans without looking like an idiot. Not an easy task by any means. Let me explain it this way. I've been fighting to get issues central to my campaign out where the American people can see them for what they are for over a decade, with the only success I've had later being crushed by the spin machine Washington and Wall Street have built our culture around. So I finally realized that the electoral process is the weak link in their game plan that allows me to get my message out in such a fashion that forces them to be addressed. And it's so obvious I can't believe I didn't see it many years ago. Of course, I also see that our elected officials know that as long as they can keep a lid on the truth about what they're really doing in Washington through the next election cycle, they can kick back for the next few years. Social issues are how they traditionally get away with this. So that's where I stand on abortion and gay marriage. There are literally non-issues when it comes to seriously discussing business as usual in Washington, D.C.